Hi, I'm Kathy from the Delafield Quilt Company, and I have another little quilt project that I wanted to share with you, and that is this little baby blanket. Or at least it will be a baby blanket once I get it quilted and put the binding on. This little baby blanket is great if you just have 2 charm packs and want to make a really quick baby blanket. And this blanket is made entirely of the disappearing 9-patch blocks, so it's really easy to cut, sew, and put together. I hope you enjoy the video. To make this quilt, I used 2 charm packs from the Sincerely Yours collection by Sherry and Chelsea. I'll put a link to this in the show notes. These are great patterns if you're looking for something that's a little bit Valentine's-ish, or just like the colors purple, pinks, and reds. To show you how I made this though, I'm just going to use some scrap charm squares that I had left, and I believe these are from the Heirloom collection from Ruby Star Society. So basically for each block we need 9 charm squares, because we're going to make this using the disappearing 9-patch. I wanted to go with a really scrappy look for this blanket, so I just kind of randomly laid them out. And now I'm just going to sew them by rows using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay, once you have your rows sewn, then we're going to just press the seams, and we're going to press them in a way that they're going to nest once we sew them together. And this next row, I'm just going to turn it, and then I'm going to press the seams, then I'm going to turn it back, and that way my seams will be going the opposite direction of that first row. And then finally the last one, get those pressed. Okay, now I'm ready to sew the rows together. Okay, so I've got my 9-patch all sewn together, and now I'm just going to press the seams to one side. And now that I've got the 9-patch all pressed up, we're going to make this disappear. And to do this, we're going to cut right down the center of both sides. But we're going to cut at the 2 1/4 inch mark, and I'm measuring that 2 1/4 inch from this first seam here. And then I'm just going to slice it right up the middle. And you want to carefully turn it and then just keep all your pieces together. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to measure 2 1/4 inches from this first seam here. Okay, and now I've got 4 pieces. So when I put my blocks together, I pulled from a variety of the 9 blocks that I cut apart because I wanted it to look really scrappy and random. And basically I sewed 4 back together, and I sewed them all the same way, but I tried within that 4 not to make it look too patterny. So I took my first block here, had it turned this way, and then the second one I turned it again, and then I turned it again for the third, and then one more time for the 4th. So I didn't have them going the same direction or touching in a certain way because I didn't want them to look like a pattern on the quilt. And then I sewed these 4 sections together. So for the quilt top itself, the total quilt measured about 39 inches by 39 inches. So it's a pretty small baby quilt. But I used 3 of the 4 section blocks per roll and a total of 3 rolls. So it's a total of 9 of these 4 section blocks that I used in the whole quilt. You could add a border to make it a little bit bigger if you like to, but I just wanted this to be a nice little small baby quilt. So that's it. That's a pretty fast and easy baby quilt using just 2 charm square packs. I hope that you liked this video. If you haven't yet, please subscribe and visit us at delafieldquiltco.com. Have a great day.